there, I guess. I mean,
Sure, but for somebody to just like openly use that word within the first 5 minutes of you meeting the person.
that is true. Yeah, that is true. Because, like, again, maybe somebody could say it. I don't think that word or the retard or any other word should be banned, but overusing it, it's kind of strange. And then, like you said, like you met him and he's saying it out of nowhere. Yeah, that is kind of
Does that
that
does
is
that
weird.
that's just one example of like socially inept behavior that the Thorpes engage in.
True as well. And then again, this is your stream and stuff. Like in real life, nobody says that. You know, you're not going to meet somebody like, and then they're going to throw it out there like all the time and stuff. You know, like on a stream, like the N word. Again, I've been called chink more times than I can tell you. You
Oh,
know,
well,
on
they
stream.
did say it in real life, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what's yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm like saying like you don't normally you wouldn't see that on a stream. Understandable. Maybe you'll hear that because again, I heard the N word more than I've ever heard it in the last hour. Your stream, it's been said many times, but in real life, people don't say it, and people don't use.
They do.
You call people the F word
Okay. So
normally.
you're just kind of agreeing with me that it is socially inept to say.
Yes, exactly. On the stream is one thing, but you're meeting this dude and he's like, oh, and then throwing it out there.
It was
And
so casual too. It was like shocking how casual it is. I was
why
like,
would
"Jeez."
he? Yeah, what's the point of doing that, man? I don't get it, man.
But it's like,
It's
okay,
crazy.
but for me personally, I would never do that. And like, there's a lot of things.
I
That,
think most people wouldn't. Yeah, like
Yeah,
you're saying,
yeah.
socially inept. Why would
Yeah.
somebody just throw that out there?
yeah,
And the thing is, maybe if you're friends, maybe you know the guy is somebody who does, but you guys just met. Why would he even just throw that out there? You know?
yeah. They do. I would say they do a lot of things that I personally would never do or say. That's just me.
Well, I mean, that dude seems like really creepy. But you said like you hung out with that girl. Did she do anything? I mean, the dude does. You know, he puts off the. We're talking about this. Just he puts off that Tim Walls type of vibe, like creepy motherfucker. You know, like she doesn't. Was she? Did you feel that she was very creepy? Like women are less creepy than men, in general. But yeah, this guy, the guy that you're talking about, he puts off like weird vibes, man.
Yeah, yeah. And then also like when we went to get food at the gas station, they you're supposed to input the drink into the machine yourself and like say you bought a drink and they left the drink off the machine. So they basically stole the drink.
Mm.
They stole the drink at the gas station. And then they try to justify it and I was like, "Okay, go you have to go pay for the drink."
Yeah,
I ended up going back in and paying for their drink afterwards. But that was
that's a
another.
lack of morality. Hey, dude, I'm on the same tip, man. That's they. No, what's the morals, man? Like, oh yeah, we're just gonna be like, yeah, this is like white trash personified.
Yeah,
These two, it sounds like.
it's not a big deal, but it's just like okay, it's like strange.
Well. Here's the thing. Like, you know, like if I go to the shopping, right? Like, I'll put the cart back into the cart area. You know, like when I go back to my car. It's are people's jobs of gathering the carts through the parking lots when they're just like roaming free? Sure, but that's their job. But yeah, I'm not gonna be a dick, man. You know, like.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
well, yeah, this is.
I haven't stolen anything in fucking my whole life. Like at least I haven't stolen anything my whole life, pretty like literally. And
Mhm.
like literally, some lady. I was at the bank the other day, and some lady in front of me forgot her card at the like ATM, and she drove off without it. And I
Hmm.
took her card, brought it into the bank, and gave it to one of the fucking tellers, and said, "Oh, some lady
Nice.
forgot her card." I couldn't have. I could have
I
just.
respect that.
I could have just left it there, or I even could have like taken it for myself. But I would obviously that would probably be illegal at that point. But there's literally
No, so I respect. I respect it. Yeah, and you're thinking you're like if it was you, if you left your card in, like you'd want somebody else to do the same thing that you just did.
yeah, yeah. And there's a clip of even the Thorpes like the other day where they were at they literally, some lady like dropped her $10. They were at a restaurant and some lady dropped a $10 bill and they picked it up off the floor and pocketed it.
Trash.
Yeah,
I get where you're coming from, man. They're trash.
yeah.
I get you. Get you.
Would you pick up somebody's money off the floor and put it in your own pocket? Would you ever do that?
No.
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that.
No, not at all. No, and here's the thing. Like, again, like, if you're a fan of like Japan and stuff, like, if somebody leaves their wallet somewhere, they always return it. Like, people do never pocket it over there. You know,
Wow.
that's the mindset. The mindset is, oh shit, somebody left their wallet somewhere. I'll take it to the local police thing, and they'll give it back to the owner. That's what happens in Japan, man. And again, yeah, there's a lot we can complain about our country, and yeah, this is one area where they got it better over there. Because like, if you drop your wallet somewhere, you'll probably get it back, and no money's going to be taken from it. Over here, you know, everything's ripped out of it. You're never getting it back. You drop your, but you know, I actually did drop my wallet outside my house one time, and then like the people they walked to the door and they brought it in. So very nice. So I mean, again, we could think too much about people, but you know, there are good people out there, man. There are moral people out there, but as you're saying, these people are trash and the type of people that you, me, a lot of people would not want to associate with, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I said, I would still give him another chance. I was gonna meet him a second time, but they never showed. So
All right.
but I just really am not involved with them anymore in the same way that I used to be. So
All right. Stream seems to the energy seems to be dying, right? The stream is ending.
is it really?
I think.
How many viewers do we have? I haven't even checked the viewers.
There is 21.
Okay, so that's still plenty of people. We're not ending.
Oh yeah, your shit always continues, huh? Like that's the thing. Like again, like 3 days of drinking, and not knowing what the fuck's going on. I wake up this morning and your stream is still going on. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to stay, Scott, if you don't want to.
No, fair, no, fine. But yeah, what I'm surprised is that nobody else has been joining. You have your 21 viewers. None of them want to talk to you or talk to me.
Oh, I haven't.
Like, they might not like me, or
Let me see. Lasagna's okay. Lasagna's back here. Hello, Ruby. Scotty called you very good looking. I love to see the interaction. Says Lasagna. Okay, yeah, we have plenty of viewers. We're not ending. Yeah, that was trashy. Ruby tried to join. Oh, did she? Did she, guys?
Oh. Oh no, you said that she complimented me. Thanks. Well, thanks if she did.
Yeah, if she wants to come up, I'll let her up.
Yep. Remember, representing the DD stream.
What word is these stupid motherfuckers in chat trying to spell out? Hey, guys, I'm about to ban all these people from my chat. Literally, stop trying to spell out words in the chat, guys. What's everybody saying about my cover Ruby stream when she goes live? D Dog, is she going live? Clapping back at D Dog, and oh, she's live. She's talking about us.
Oh, really? Interesting. Scotty just goes around jacking. Well,
I've had periods of.
Okay, we have to listen to this.
I've had periods of being engaged to people and having my heart
clapping
broken.
back at D Dog
and
Spud.
Call it a blessing, call it a curse. I don't fucking know, but this is not what we're
talking
about.
She never got pregnant. She never got pregnant, chat. This is not what we're talking about. Oh my god. Like, she never got pregnant. I never got pregnant.
Ruby's pleading to even D Dogs needs to ask for a hall pass. Well, I'm not actually particularly mad or upset, but I just wanted to quickly clear up a couple like you guys have seen how these narratives get legs. It starts with a whisper, turns into a full-blown anti-Ruby narrative.
Wow. From whisper to full blown narrative. Anti-Ruby.
Would you
Unbelievable.
eventually join Becky's show? Join?
Say somebody in chat say, are you
I would like to collaborate with her
somebody in chat say, are
on
you
some level, absolutely.
say are you attracted to Dalmatian?
I'm at the moment, my thing right now, just to be crystal clear with everyone, I'm not looking to, I want to do my own thing. That's what I love about being online. I love having full creative control over what I'm doing. And I
You
like
don't have full
that,
creative control.
you know, like, I don't know. I just like doing it that way. That's just how I like doing it.
Say, are you attracted to Dalmatian milk?
And it takes me a long time to know if I would like to like do a long-term collaboration with someone, you know. And there's some people who I know I can work with. I know how it goes. I know we can get along.
What
or,
about
like,
the Thorpes,
you know, in
Ruby?
the case of like me and Princess, even if there is some tension, that usually just ends up being funny and good for the show anyway. So it's, you know. But right now, I mean, my plans for content, I would love to collaborate with Becky. Either having
the
her on
Thorpes?
for an interview on Celebrity Sunday or
Oh,
calling into
God.
her shows. I'm just happy that there's going to be, you know, more people to interact with, you know, who are kind of in this corner of the internet. Because Keem like literally made it put like a gag on like a lot of these people who are working for him. And I do want to branch out and keep meeting other streamers. But this is just kind of the people in my little sector or whatever.
Okay. Little sector,
I
great.
didn't see happen with the reject channel. Oh, we'll review it. We'll replay the clip. We're gonna review the footage to get out.
What footage?
And then I'm gonna go back to resting to get energy for cleaning.
She needs to rest to get energy for cleaning, huh? Just do the cleaning now.
Energy for cleaning.
What cleaning do you have to do, Ruby? And why?
She seems to be more on a positivity arc for her show. I love that. And it's funny because that's what I think desperately need. But I think it's like she needs to be that combination of everything. But I do think that when there's like a lot of like interesting drama that everyone wants to know about that pertains to you, sometimes it makes more sense to just go with that, ride that wave, get, you know, the boost from it. And then but like, see, people will then decide to stick around based on your personality and how you carry the show and what vibe it is. But, you know, people like me, the Thorpes, you know, we're all like talking out of our asses, like as if we've ever really had a successful show. They're working with a whole different kind of audience. So it's like, I don't fucking know. But I kind of, I don't know. I would have personally done it differently, but I understand like her channel could get nuked. You know, my channel could get nuked, but
Your channel's set free, Ruby. You're
I would like to
monetized.
commentate and speak on whatever the fuck I want. And the more someone tells me not to commentate or speak on something, it actually has this like opposite effect because I'm a contrarian child.
Wow. Contrarian child, huh? I don't know about that.
So what did Spud do? Spud just made a comment. Yeah, it's been a couple comments, but it was his comment in my Discord that were just like a little condescending, whatever. And then his comments saying that I'm so crazy that I made him like Grace, the, you know, who her and her father have, well, we all know how they are.
Wow, did Spud really say
Spud
that?
saw Ruby yelling on the street and he said he sees some people like Grace because she's more normal, paraphrasing.
Wow. Well,
I mean, I guess she doesn't.
Grace is not normal. Grace is a psycho, nasty.
I don't know.
guy.
I feel like she like acts way crazier in public than I do, honestly.
Grace is so far from normal. I think Ruby's more normal than
You know,
Grace.
she's like throwing drinks and fucking war chief, hopping fences, slobbering, screaming insults out of
Ruby-
her.
Ruby
like,
yelling
honestly,
is, like,
she hates what
Not
she
that
sees
bad.
in me that is in herself.
Grace is
But
really,
I
really socially
Just
inept.
lean into who I am, and I think that's the way to go, people. Oh wait, but Grace doesn't know who she is because she's been.
Can you guys in chat say, Ruby, are you attracted to D-Dog? Milk.
It's unfortunate. It really is.
Can you say, Ruby, do you have a crush on D-Dog?
All right, I think I didn't really have like that much to pop off on, but since there seemed to be an issue on
Can
the
somebody
Green Channel
ask?
with bringing people
I'll
up.
bring you up. I'll bring
Because I
you
guess
up.
D-Dog gets so like
I'll
locked in.
bring
Apparently
you
he's doing it a
up.
lot where he's
I'll-
like too locked in to see
I'll bring
someone
you up.
backstage.
Oh my fucking lord!
But I just
I'm
wanted
starting to
to
get mad,
ask him why he thinks I'm in my 40s.
I don't think that.
Because
I don't think that. Oh, she doesn't want.
that would be
oh,
crazy.
that
You're right. I would
offended-
look
did
so
that
like
offend
if
you?
we're going from there. But I think
She
honestly, not even just
didn't
trying to
like
dress
that
myself up,
troll.
generally the world
She did
responds
not
to
like
me
that
as if
troll.
I am someone who looks good for my age. I do get that kind of response from the world enough that it makes me kind of believe it. And it makes me feel really
She's
lucky
mad you
because I
thought
like
she was
smoke
in her
cigarettes and
40s?
shit. But I'm also like borderline orthorexic with like healthy eating at times, like drinking like a gallon of green tea a day. So
Oh wow, gallon of green tea. That's pretty good.
but I just want to look like the best version of myself, you know, whatever that is at whatever age. I think you can be attractive at any age. It's how you present yourself, it's how you carry yourself, it's what you do in the world, you know.
Fumble the bag, D-Dog. Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Bro, we cannot be on this reptilian shit. I can't.
I'm not
There's
sitting on
already
my
enough
stream
into
yards.
Ruby narratives. We can't. We don't need to. Do you have a crush on D-Dog? Be honest. I don't have a crush on anyone, but I am intrigued by him. I would like to interact with him more. Yeah, I just because I like people who have different perspectives, and he has a very unique perspective and takes on things that's interesting to me. I like interacting with people like that. And he's always been probably just I've never had any issue with him whatsoever. Even till right now, like I don't actually care that he said I was in my 40s. I was just curious where he's getting that number from.
It's called I made it up. It's called I just made it up. I don't know.
What's your plan for cleaning? Do you have a
I
strategy?
knew that would trigger you,
The
maybe.
strategy is someone else is gonna come here, and that's the plan. That's all I'm planning. And if they decide to reschedule, I wouldn't even be mad because I don't know why I like book myself like. No, God, I'm just so lazy. I'm just so lazy.
Yo, shout out to whoever asked that, by the way. Should I
But
check?
I have tomorrow off, and guess what?
Look at Chunk in chat.
Yes, sing to me, Cars.
Yeah, distinction.
New Haven. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Who asked if she was
Yes, beep. Just keep pulling that horn down. We love it. Love that sound.
I didn't even see who asked if she was attracted to me.
Anyway, I would.
She said she likes you.
Wanted.
D-Dog
It's-
said he wants to come to
Like
New
I'm not
Haven.
actually having beef for the extreme autists and people who don't understand anything. No, I'm not actually genuinely super upset. But I was 1% like, what the heck, man? Like, and I was just curious. I wanted to just have a vocal live, just like, hey, let's have a little back and forth because we haven't had a vocal interaction in a while, and you know, I just thought we could do that. And then with
Aw.
Schizo Spud 2, I thought maybe he could elaborate on his comments. Like what? I make
I would love to have a vocal interaction with Ruby, guys.
on town. You guys are so fucking stale. I can't take it. But yeah, that definitely makes incest and domestic violence seem like totally normal. Thank you. All right. How long am I gonna shoot? Not much longer. This is it. I'm ending right now. This was just a little pop off because I wanted to just hop on stage, but that was apparently impossible, illegal. But maybe if Dalmatian Dog is done ignoring the world, maybe we can have a conversation.
Yeah, and what do I owe the world, Ruby?
Bud,
What do I owe the
because
world?
the people are confused. He did cuck the content because I was ready to pop up.
Okay, come pop off then.
But I
Come
like
pop off,
lost.
Ruby.
That's it.
Aw, no pop off energy, Queen. Her makeup looks
Alright.
good. I'll say that. She has nice makeup on. All right.
Hey,
she's
she did
fine.
compliment you. She did give you a compliment, so pretty cool. Like Distinction asked if she liked you or something. She was like, "Yeah, I like D-Dog." She said he is like out there. Yeah, we saw that.
You wouldn't put her up. I didn't even notice she was backstage, Thorpe. So I don't always pay that much attention to my backstage. I've been live for legitimately 12 hours now, guys. Like,
Well, yeah, well, question: the lasagna killer. Did you mean to put that comment in a different show? Because the last comment here on stream, we're reading it. Ruby, Scotty called you very young looking. I'd love to see the interaction. You probably didn't mean to put this in this StreamYard, did you, lasagna killer? You're using that troll comment somewhere else. Maybe you meant to post it in hers, right? Yeah, I learned from DD. Mute the mic when drinking.
I appreciate it, Scotty. Yeah, well, okay. That was covering Ruby, I guess. If she wants to come up, no. Why don't you come up, Thorpes? You talk about the Discord conversation. Are you guys going live soon? Maybe they'll go live later tonight.
You have a lot of fans, DD, man. Props, man. She said she liked you. We saw that. You played the clip. She's like, yeah, I like DD. So that was pretty cool, man.
Yeah. Well, I knew how she felt already, but okay, she's here. And Spud's here too. Hello, Ruby. How are you?
I'm good. I was backstage earlier. I don't know what happened. You seemed pretty locked in to ignoring chat, ignoring Ruby.
I'm sorry, Ruby. I'm always at your service. I apologize.
appreciate
Oh,
that.
we've got the Thorpes here too. We've got a wonderful crowd here of Thorpes. So I have Spud backstage and the Thorpes, Ruby. What do you
Dude,
think?
Whoa.
Bring them
I
both?
just came up to just clarify that I'm not in my 40s. I'm very young, very attractive. The clothes are clean. Yes, there's a little spot on my pants. Eat my dick.
Well, we have to
and
bring up the
Spud,
Thorpes.
nothing could make me seem crazier than Grace because I honestly, I don't know. I guess I give her a run for her money in some ways, but
Hey,
I don't know if
folks.
it's that bad. Like, at least I can hold a job, apartment, got my GED, plan on going to school, have some vision for the future besides just showing
Plan
my
on
crotch
going
online.
to school.
Ruby, I
on
appreciate
going to
what you said about my
I know it's so
analysis.
funny when people try to improve their life so that they can have marketable
Girls,
skills. That's
girls,
hilarious.
girls.
36 and
You're
planning to go to
both,
school.
let's say, lacking
All
in
right.
education, but that's okay. But Ruby, I do appreciate your agreement. I think it's genuine with my thing about Becky, and I am sorry for saying that you were desperate. I actually thought that you were trying to get on her show.
Why
But if
would
you
you
weren't,
even
that's
think
totally fine.
that? You just fundamentally don't understand me on a basic level and what I want to do online. But I love
believe you.
working for
I believe you.
myself.
I believe you. I think you value independence.
Understand that. I
I
don't
think you
want to work
value
for fucking
independence.
Keemstar. I don't want to work for Becky. I just want to do my own thing.
Yeah, I think you value independence more than you are desperate for money and stuff like that. So I understand that.
Yes, and I've been doing financially pretty well.
Yeah. Okay.
Bud, what's up?
So I do take that
Good.
back. I just thought if you were trying to get on her show, you should go easy. But if you're just trying to collab,
Well,
with
but
her,
you also don't know, I've been trying to communicate with her for a while because I was invested. And I know Grace was like, Becky, no one cares about Becky. I know you guys don't understand care or interest in other people that's genuine and meaningful, but other people actually are. I am interested in Becky. I'm interested in her takes on Keemstar, on her takes of narcissism. I find that
I do
interesting.
think you're interested. Yeah. Can I run something by you that I spoke with Lynx with a little bit earlier? Because I was curious. So you noticed and you agreed that coming in as nice Becky. My point was, it's too much to ask for your audience, which she has a big Becky, Team Becky, to both come over and take the risk of never being able to go back, right? Which is ridiculous, but that's what it is. But then also to bring them over with the promise of dropping tea,
Dude,
and then
that's
not even giving them that. So that's tough. That's a lot to ask of your audience.
And it also, when I pulled in, I didn't see the first half, but I saw she dropped tea, so I was assuming she dropped the fucking tea. That's
And
the
that
most
was nice.
interesting part. I was excited for that, and I get it. And she has every right. Trust me, I get the positivity route. I love that. But don't set yourself up for failure with the expectation.
Right.
By saying you're gonna. That was a big I don't get that. I
That's
Work
that's
it
hard
in.
to
find
take.
upsetting.
Work it
Now,
in.
now here's the interesting. Though this I want to ask you about. I know you don't have a lot of firsthand experience with Becky, but Lynx does. And so I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, this is nice, Becky. So she plays this thing like, I'm just playing a part on that show. I'm not narcissistic. I'm not like, I know what narcissism is. I know what being selfish is. I know what being, but I'm just playing that part because what are you going to do with Tina, right? Except scream and yell and play this part. But the real me is like much more mature, et cetera, et cetera. But I asked Lynx about that because initially I bought it too. But I don't really think that's what's going on. I think maybe she leans into a side of her personality on the LCU, but it's it's kind of fake. But then I think this nice thing is also fake, and then my reason for that is not because I don't think I've ever directly talked with her, but because whatever you think about the Richie thing, like I'm pretty sure everyone understands that those were false allegations. So was that just like you were
I
just
think
doing
that
that as part? But
she's leaning
Even if
into
it-
a
even if
real
it-
element,
even
and
if
now
it wasn't-
she's leaning into a different element, and they could.
Yeah, but
both
what I'm
be
saying
true,
is, like-
but like,
Can I say something? Can I say something about that real fast? Sorry to cut
Yeah,
you
yeah.
up, Ben.
oh, no problem.
Is this
To be
Sponge?
fair, when it's coming to the Richie stuff, you guys spoken to him. A bunch of people spoken to him about that.
Yeah.
It's clearly shown that like how fake that was and how destructively one-sided it was. I've spoken to Richie. I've covered it, and you can't deny that whole thing tainted a lot with Becky. Like you can't ignore
hold on.
that.
Well, when you say fake, like usually with LCU, you're saying like made up and scripted. That's not what you mean by that, right?
No, I mean fake.
I mean,
like
she was lying.
She was lying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have clarified that. She was lying about that.
That's my point too. Is
And
if
even
you're playing
Keem,
a part, you wouldn't go after someone like that in real.
Even-
He'd have to be in on it, and it,
even Keemstar admitted to Link, and this is recorded. Everybody knows this. Should know this, that he doesn't even believe it, and even Tina and most of the hosts, and that's why I don't get the support she gets. But it is what it is.
Right. And also, that her house is messy. Like that wasn't made up. I think it is messy. Like I think she's pretty dysfunctional and unhealthy. But Lynx also said what was interesting because Lynx was like, oh yeah, she did that kind of thing, leaning in. But Lynx said a lot of times when she wasn't on stream, she stayed in that kind of mode, that kind of angry, like, so it wasn't just for the audience. It was like she kept on when it didn't make any sense. And so I think it's actually a little bit more like a Jekyll Hyde thing, that she has, two parts to her personality that are, maybe not integrated. But this idea that nice Lynx is real Lynx, nice Becky is real Becky, is so not only are you switching things up for your audience on this new show, but you're also lying to them about who you are. You're not really nice. And
I
if you
think
were,
she
you'd be
is
boring.
nice, but like she's by saying that was all an act. Yeah, I think that's absolute bullshit. She's not a Grammy or Oscar winning like actress to pull
Right.
that. You could tell she put her mental health into it. She has that dysfunction and she
Yeah.
has that darkness, that like all these things. And I've been watching closely enough to see and be able to tell what was like kind of scripted and what wasn't to
Yeah.
some degree. Obviously, it's a fucking total shit show. I think it'd be more interesting for her to do an episode being like, hey, let's talk about persona versus personality versus who I am, what elements I tapped into. Because, yeah, to say it was all an act is
Well, but
a
I don't.
cop
I
out
think,
of all the bad behavior. And that's
Well,
not
see,
going to work.
yeah, right. So right, exactly. So, but I think that she just doesn't really understand that. She's not willing. Like, I think she created this "I'm acting" thing to sort of protect herself, but now she's going to keep like being nice Becky. But actually, why? Because who cares about nice Becky? I don't really. No one knows anything
that's the
about
segment
nice
of her
Becky.
audience. We have to realize that a lot of their audience, I think, are people who just like latch on to Keemstar, but ultimately they're very lonely, kind of like
Yeah.
a certain demographic of people that latched onto the cult, the community, and they're gonna go with Becky to get that without Keemstar's like harsh rules and stuff. So I think she
Yeah,
could.
exactly to
do
keep
that,
them
you know?
in line. Yeah, I think of them, and I'm not saying this to be like derogatory to like mentally ill people, but I think of them as like group home residents, like who are very limited in IQ, very unsophisticated, and just like the same old thing. It's like kind of familiar. You know how sometimes very simple people, like they just like what's familiar. Not to put them down, but I just don't think there's much more to it than that. Because how could you sit there hour after hour, day after day, the same fucking thing?
Dude, yeah, but they did, and they were paying a lot. But then again, the community was on the downfall before their highest earners left. Like, and now on their end, I tried watching Keem's reaction. They're trying to do what they did to Grace, but it's not. I just don't think it's going to play out the same way.
I think you have an interesting position now, and of course, you could say we failed when we tried to go independent, but that was super early on. And there was no one else that could because she was the original Voldemort, she couldn't really pull on anyone else.
And
so
I
it
was
got
also
very
on,
old, and
I was also
and,
on only 3 shows or so.
and she's on 3 shows.
Yeah.
How much shit can you talk? How many weeks can you keep going on and on about how bad your experience was? It was very little experience.
Exactly.
So,
it's
I think
everything's
it's different
different
now,
from
though.
6 months ago. There's way much to work with as like a detractor community, or she doesn't even have to be just like any kind of competition to provide an alternative. Since Keem is just tanking it and really committed to tanking.
Right, and it wouldn't have to all be about Keem, but that's how you could. It would certainly be like Becky did get 1,100, 1,200 yesterday, but I know how that usually goes if you don't really give them what they want, and even if you do, but it's going to drop off precipitously, I think.
Well, they're doing a show tonight. I haven't even watched her whole thing. I missed like a lot of it, and I started watching your review to it. But I'm pretty sure, aren't they doing like Queen Supreme?
I think they're going to try to do a show.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
Roobster, is there any way you would want to review that with me? I just want somebody else to review it with. You can do it on your channel. I don't care. We can each broadcast our own channels. It would just be fun. I'm going to watch it anyways.
Not snipe? You're saying review it after?
No, like snipe it live.
Oh.
I can't, I mean, I'm
okay.
Willing to be neutral, but I'm not ready to co-sign.
You don't have to say it can be on your stream, and I can just be a voice, and then you'll be a voice on my stream.
Yeah, just tell her to fuck off. Just write on the bottom, I hate these people and their evil.
You don't have to say you love me. I'm just saying.
Around the bottom.
I'm just gonna watch it
whatever,
anyways.
Whatever. Don't.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, I mean, I got the appeal, and I'm curious. I'm curious to see what you guys do on it. I would like to see you guys commentate more on it, and I think it's a good opportunity if you could. But Becky even expressed she has concerns about your audience.
I know, but she also said she has concerns about Lynx's audience, and I'm sorry, Lynx has like no offense to Lynx, but like she doesn't really have an audience. Like, what the fuck is Becky
There
talking
are people
about?
watching someone.
Oh, I know, but
Can I say something about
Not
that?
really. She gets
I
like
don't think
20
it's just, like,
viewers max.
crazy
I mean, that's not
audience.
really very good.
There are people watching someone, paint.
I'm not
plastic
dissing her
dogs.
community, but first of all, it's extremely tiny, and secondly, it's not scary. Like, what the fuck is Becky talking about? Forget my community.
well, Keem's been probably
Lynx's?
scrambling her brain with lies for how long? You have to think about their input of information has been totally filtered through bullshit.
Yeah.
So God knows the web of lies to be untangled. He's spun is what I would think.
Well, I mean, she's right in a certain way. If she tangles with us, we are going to say things like, "Nice Becky is fake."
Okay, but that's good.
All right. I mean, that's good
Yeah.
for her, but I think she's saying like, "I'm going to try to present like new me," and good luck.
Well,
That
wait,
show
wait,
today,
wait, wait.
it's
Can I-
gonna
can
be
I-
trash? It's gonna
Real
be
fast, can I
trash.
say something? Let me say something
Go
about
ahead,
that.
Spud. Go ahead.
Because like if you guys are constantly calling her out, maybe at first she's gonna play along with it. But the problem is knowing who she is, knowing her, how prideful she can be, that's gonna get to her. That's gonna get to the point where she's not gonna like that anymore.
Right.
You
she'll
guys
try
are
some
gonna-
shit. But if she's getting paid and the numbers are going up, she sticks around, obviously.
Yeah, she was treated like
I mean, it
shit.
couldn't be
like
worse.
she was the punching bag of that.
You
whole
couldn't have
universe.
you can have a worse work environment than working for Keem. So
Seriously, it's
she stayed through. She's the one of the few that was talented and like stuck it out. But I think actually the Voldemorts are actually way more talented than the people who remain. I think Boogie's somewhat talented. I don't think Tina is very versatile. I think
No,
Becky was
and
doing a lot
watching
of the
some of
heavy
the
lifting.
queens proof that was a trash show, and they weren't engaging with anything about Becky. It was just like it was so pathetic. They were like, "Look, the cops are at Tina's house. They just this crazy lie." It
Yep.
just seems so over.
And this is a question that Grace and I were talking about. I'm not sure that there are many female lol cows, but I would say that you and Grace, I would say what most of these, like if you know what's her name, Fudzy Dudzy. What's the Massachusetts?
There's like
one?
Foodie
Glammy
Beauty.
Lammy?
Glammy
Yeah, it's like
Lammy.
a niche-
Okay, if you had
niche
watched,
market.
I didn't watch a lot of that, but like if you had watched all the Glammy Lammy footage, what would you know about her? Almost nothing, right? There's not really any lore. Does she have kids? Does she have an ex? A little
Yeah,
bit,
he just went
right?
for all mentally ill people are lol cows. Let me just find a mentally ill person
Right.
and call them a lol cow, and that isn't really encapsulating the whole picture of what a lol cow actually is. but
Yeah, a
that's
lot.
another-
Someone said something. A lol cow is someone who overshares. Okay, so that'd be true of us. That could be argued to be true of you. But like, I think he didn't want people to overshare because remember, as soon as you were one of the people, I think Darius, Shamu, those people were ready to like talk about us, and he's like, no, I don't want any of that, which is crazy, right?
Was really weird.
It's like, well, you can just sit back and let that cook. These people are doing, happy.
Yeah.
So he wanted to keep it all like little kind of Mickey Mouse, like what happens in the little kindergarten, like
Yeah.
because then he could control it. And if something's like, anytime something came from the outside, it was always like, sort of like she was really young, or you know what I mean. Like, so he's like, I don't want any of that. We'll manufacture it all. Who's getting fired tonight? Who's getting fired tonight? Who's getting fired tonight? Who's getting, you know what I mean? So that actually, I think having a lol cow is that, like Boogie is a lol. He has a richness of lore, whether it's whatever you want to say about it. There is a lot there. He's been on the internet for a long time. Even Wings is like that. Keem is like that. But these other people,
Hey, can I say
I
something?
don't think they have much. There's not much depth to them. I don't even know
wait.
with Becky other than RTU and Rich. Like, what's the lore? Like, what's your background? What's your
Can I-
relationship with your parents?
say something
Why
re-
did you get so fat?
Can I say something really quick about this show name that Becky's come up with? Queen's Supreme sounds like a Taco Bell menu item. It's a bad flow.
Yeah.
Queen's Supreme.
Queen
A
Supreme.
little
I think that's-
pretentious,
It's-
if you want my opinion. It's a little
It's a bad
pretentious.
name. How about Stream Queens or something? Or
I mean,
don't
it should
know.
be something like the bad
I don't know.
bitches, right? You know, what I mean, to give that kind of drama.
Yeah.
But she's saying like we actually are. I mean, the whole thing, a lol cow queen, is kind of contains a little tension.
It
but
works. It works for someone as enormously obese. Yeah, but I mean that's not really what she's going for. Anyways, they're live in a minute and 43 seconds, so I'm gonna fire up a kick stream. To react to
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Though, nice saying hi to you.
Nice.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, Thorpies. All right, I'm actually heading out too because I'm gonna do. Oh wait,
Wait.
It's
I
just
was
us,
gonna
right?
say we're not done yet. I'm
Are
gonna
you ready? Let's go.
get it out.
Let's go.
Let me explain. Let's be adult. The Discord stuff. I'll be real with you because I know a lot of people who, I guess, have that kind of stuff, and I'm at the point where I'm just honest with them and I don't hold. If I said something that kind of offended you, my bad. That's how I am as a person. Now
It's
to
okay.
the
I offend people too. Yes, but
now on
yeah,
now
it's
on the
just
stuff.
and I responded to it, and that was fine. So I was like, whatever. So, but it was still like, all right, wow. And then, so I see you in chat saying that shit. But I honestly, I don't actually really. I didn't think you had like actually a negative opinion of me, even really.
No, I don't. No. When I said about earlier, like literally, like not even 2 hours ago, when I brought up the comment about, I think you kind of misunderstood or at least misread it. Even I believe Napster and other people corrected you. It was in that moment because I see you a lot of the time freaking out in the streets, and when you compare that to the Dorps, who, you know,
Am I really?
that's it. But in that moment, I was like, maybe I should have said that differently. But
I
it's
mean,
already too
fine.
late.
This is my ego. I'm trying to. Anytime
If
I
it's
get
just your
triggered, it's a
ego.
chance for me to look at my ego and look at like why why would this? Why do I need people to think I'm less crazy or more crazy than Grace? That's such a dumb thing. You know, it's like obviously I'm severely like crazy, and people are entitled to comment on what level of craziness that is. I think I actually, I keep it together enough to get by, in a broad way, but I am very expressive and a little eccentric and maybe bipolar.
I'll be real
Who
with you. I thought you were gonna come after me for my comment about you buying an $18 salad. That would actually got me more mad. I'm like, what the
knows?
fuck are
Wait,
you
what
buying?
happened?
You bought an $18 salad.
Oh,
That got
yeah.
I was in Walmart. And I was just like, Ruby, you can like literally cooking your own meal is better and it feels more healthier, like mentally and physically. Like it really
I
does.
do. Believe it or not, all my skills are coming back from, my psychotic break, relapse, whatever. So now cooking is coming back because I've always been vegan. I used to have to cook all my own food. And it's ridiculous. Like, yeah, getting the $18 salad, even though it's my like whole food for the day, aside from like a Cliff Bar or something.
Okay,
But
can we
yeah,
talk, Ruby,
ridiculous.
for a second?
Go ahead.
Hi.
So what's the deal? I mean, I can't believe Grace offered you that to cover the show, and you just turned her down like that. How do you think that's okay? I mean, you should be very happy that Grace even offered you something like that, right?
I mean, I obviously have such incredibly like mixed feelings on the Thorpes that are broadly negative. I've been burned collaborating with them in
I mean,
extreme way, in my
Ruby,
opinion.
yes, we all know what happened. At least I know what happened, but even
Yeah.
still, with all that, so I mean, you can't. Doesn't that sound fun to you at all? Or you really
It
don't want to?
it does, and trust me, I wish that things hadn't played out the way they did because I did enjoy making content with them. So there's always that appeal, but I just know how it goes because I've done this before, like early on when we were like, had her falling out, and I would like try to like warm up a little or like see Grace upset, and I send her a Bible verse or offer her my room, and then she would just like read it on screen and go back to doing like evil shit. But if they want to be in like a peaceful era, I want to promote that and like be neutral. At least for me, I don't know if it's something that I would want to do at this moment, just given how it's mostly like the things they've said about my brother. I can't vibe with that really.
That's fair.
Okay, well, I get. It just seems like a missed opportunity to me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it
Yeah.
is just too hard for you to get over.
I mean, it's like
what
you're
would make
claiming
you?
it's
I
over,
mean,
and I
if
just
they,
know they
Ruby,
always
Ruby,
regress
Ruby,
into sadism.
Ruby.
I just
Okay,
have
you're
seen it.
muted. You're muted. Ruby,
Oh my god.
if they apologize to you about what they've said, all their past comments, and even the one that you mentioned, would that be enough? And then you could do this with Grace. You would. I mean, what do you need some time to heal, and then maybe
No, I would need to see over an extended period of time that they weren't engaging in sadistic behavior, and they just did this whole burn bridge, go after people with patience like they do with nothing has changed with them in a way that would make me feel like that was a worthwhile and not completely destructive collaboration. Just the fact that I collaborated with them in the past and share an audience with them to some degree, that works against me with other collaborators, like Becky had just mentioned, that they're worried because I have some of the Thorpe audience. It's a genuine thing. It's like, so, yeah, because who wants to touch it with a 10-foot pole? Who the fuck wants that? Like, except crazy fucking Ruby, you know?
I mean,
know, dude.
let me say something. I mean, to be fair, the commenter are kind of right that you are here talking to them. So,
Well, I was on a panel that they joined for 5 minutes, and like, oh my god, this is almost even more maddening. It's like, why? Like,
but you got
there's one
along with
interaction
them.
that isn't like screaming, and then everyone's like, then everyone freaks out that like Ruby don't fall for it again. Ruby don't. Like,
I thought she was perfectly nice. I thought she offered you a great opportunity. I thought that would be perfect. That would be totally
I know
fun.
they were. I had no
I thought that
issue
would be
with
so
interaction.
fun.
I thought it was totally pleasant, and yeah, I wish things were different. That I felt comfortable.
The entire chat wanted
collaborating
you to.
and like in a way endorsing them. I don't endorse what they do. I just don't. I'm sorry.
The Ruby, the entire chat was saying they'd love to watch that and see you guys.
Of course, this is the Log How Rejects chat. This is like technically their channel.
So
And I know people love that, and they even love the. I get it, you know. And I've covered for a long time. I wasn't even covering them or talking about like that shit on my channel because I didn't want to engage with it. I engaged to some degree, but I'm still would, you know. I just don't know if that's in the cards, unless I mean, whatever. And yeah, I'm not. That was a perfectly fine interaction, and I do appreciate the offer, and I appreciate, you know, that even through all the bullshit, you know, they have given me compliments as a creator, and I do appreciate that. And I think, you know, they do have genuine moments. But
I think you guys need a moderator. I think you guys needs a third person who's neutral to both of you, who's not too self-aware of the lore and just be right there. Who can in that moment can stop both of you guys from fighting and just not get derailed. That's what you guys need. If the
but I
option
think
was
it's
there.
more like I don't know. I feel like no matter that's a them thing that they're always burning and going too hard on people.
But then you just need to
But
talk.
and it's like I don't. That's not the like I like engaging with some drama online, but I don't like the way they take things IRL. I don't want to be associated with that. It's actually bad for my channel.
I guess so. That's fair,
You
I
know?
guess.
And
Yes.
like, and on top of that, I have so many issues with them. And it's like, okay, we had like one pleasant interaction, and I do appreciate that. I see the opportunity. I'm not saying no because, you know, that I don't think it'd be a worthy thing to do. I do think if things were different, it absolutely would be. But yeah, it's just not.
To
But, you know, that doesn't
distinction.
mean- and people are like, oh, well, you're on a panel with, oh my God, people. That's like different than setting up a collab. You know, it's different. It's different to me. But I'm not, you know, I want to be peaceful. I don't want to kick up any more drama right now. All right, I kicked up my drama with D-Dog. Look, kicked up a little drama with Spud. How do we feel, guys?
That's punishment. You got to promote my channel from now on.
Ruby, I think you're really
I will
missing
take
an
that.
opportunity. I think you're just really missing an opportunity, and as long as she was, you know, decent and you guys stayed on topic, I think it would be fun. I don't know. I don't know why you don't just why don't you send her a message and say, you can at least message her and say, like, give her an explanation, maybe.
I think she understands the explanation. I don't think she was even thinking necessarily that I'd say yes. I think she was just putting it out there because it is an opportunity. I see it, and like right now, I'm just kind of like observe. I just want to see Becky's next move. I want to see what she does. I'm going to cover it, and like I want to be like peaceful and neutral, but maybe not. I don't know if about like a full on just like.
Oh, so
Well,
you're going to cover it by yourself. You're planning on covering it by yourself?
Tonight, I don't know if I'm gonna do like live coverage, but I've been covering the lolcow shit like.
I probably will. I
Pretty
probably will cover
consistently.
this. I
Okay.
probably will cover this stuff out later tonight. I'm
Yeah,
watching it
I
right
was gonna
now.
do like my cleaning shit tonight, and then tomorrow maybe like review it. But I was like, you know, gonna have it like in the background, listen to.
I mean, I'm watching it right now. It's
Oh wait, it's live, right? Fuck.
yeah, but
I'm missing
it's
bro.
yeah, but it's dog shit. Like
Dude,
on a
don't, wait, who is it? Who's on it? I'm curious.
It's just Roxy, Becky, and a fat guy named Dick Gemini. But it's not even
Oh,
like
the
you.
Gemini. Wow,
Dick
I
Gemini's a
like this one.
fucking snake. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Really? Why would you? I mean, I
There's a
felt
lot.
that.
There's a lot. He threw Links on the bus a few times, and then he tried to weasel his way back to the LCU. It's like I respect the game. I respect somebody who does a game, but like you still, still gonna criticize for somebody for shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then,
I guess I'd have to know. I only know them like through seeing them in chat. We always have like friendly interactions. So I don't know their background that much.
NDR, I can't call him an F slur because I don't want it to be struck down. They already have
don't-
20.
Chat. YouTube is not messing. It's so annoying when you do panels and like people don't take that seriously. But like you can get struck. You can get demonetized. That's actually against the rules. It's so.
Do you watch the debate between Hormaxer and Ben? I streamed that and I had to like private my stream because like Hormaxer dropped a hard K. I was like, holy shit.
I did watch I watched a decent chunk of that. Yeah.
It was brain numbing.
I thought it was. I find them entertaining. I'm entertained by it, but it's just such a fucked up situation that I feel fucked up for. Like, I don't know.
It is what it is. Don't think about it. As
I know,
Scotty
I think
would
about
say,
everything's like way too much.
don't think about it too much. I love him.
Well, I'm gonna run because I want to just be in viewer mode and just watch and see what happens.
Yeah,
But I'm glad we
Thorpes
all
are
cleared
covering
things
it.
up. We're all happy.
The Thorpes are
And-
covering it now, Ruby, by themselves.
I know. I'll probably just I'll probably watch that. But also, I'm aside from even any other opportunity, I have someone who's literally going to be coming over shortly, so I can't set anything up right now. Having
is your
a male
boyfriend's
is
coming?
entering Rubyland. A male
Your
is
ex.
entering Rubyland.
Your ex.
Yes. He's gonna
Oh.
help me clean up a bit.
Oh.
Okay.
Even though part of me, I'm like, I want him to reschedule tomorrow because I kind of just want to sit back and just watch a show, but I don't know. And I hate cleaning, but if they come, it is what it is. The plan is in motion. I will probably clean tonight. And yes. Anyway, thanks for having me up. and
We
I'll see you
appreciate
guys.
Ruby. Thank you
Yeah.
for coming up. We appreciate
Yep.
you here. Have a good
All right.
night. Enjoy
And
it
I'll
with
see
your
you later.
boyfriend. Talk to you later. Goodbye. What did
Well,
I say?
now-
Talk to your boyfriend, or what did I say? Say hi to your boyfriend. What did I even just say?
No. You literally just said talk to your boyfriend.
Okay, I'm so fucking retarded. I've been going for 12, almost 13 hours now, so you can't blame me about this. I'll bring
Your
everybody back up.
your autism is beautiful. I'm gonna head out, but before I head out, whoever called me autistic and retarded, not only I am autistic and retarded, I am super autistic and retarded. Get that straight. I am King Autism. All right, guys, have a good one. Be safe.
Shit. Oh, thanks for bringing me back, Didi. But yeah, I would really have wanted to be on there with Ruby, and like you had like Thorpe and his daughter on there. That like me jumping in there, like bringing something different, like bringing some confrontation, maybe. You just didn't want that.
I
don't
totally
know.
forgot I was still on here. What's up, Scotty? What's up, D-Dog?
Dida, what was your thinking, man?
It was that was good. I liked it. We got up to 70 viewers. I don't know. I'll probably
What-
end very soon, but that was good. I mean, it was a good.
What happened, D-Dog?
conversation.
What
I didn't
happened,
listen.
though? Like,
I didn't listen to the Thorpes like right when before they left. Like a minute before they left, I went to go cream cheese.
You put them on. You spotlighted them, which I get. And I mentioned in the comments like his daughters. I put his
Yeah,
daughters
I
very
saw-
hot.
I saw. Yeah, you like the dog. You think you?
how, Scotty? How could you do that to yourself? Like, okay, she used to be hotter when she was skinny, but now she kind of looks like a sack of potatoes.
I told you earlier, your standards are too high, my friend. But I really wanted to talk to Ruby because here's the thing. Like, remember, I said she's a good-looking girl, but when she first joined the stream, she was saying like, "Oh, I'm attractive, this and that." Like, that's insecurity. Like, you don't call yourself attractive, right?
Yeah,
that's-
other people have to call you attractive.
Exactly. So like when she's like, I'm attractive, I'm this and that, I'm thinking like, no, you are. I think you're attractive, but when you say it, that sounds insecure.
True.
That's what I
Okay.
wanted to talk to her
But
about.
Scotty, if you had to choose which one, rank them from hottest to the least hottest. Go. 3 of them. Ava, Ruby, and Grace. Rank them. Go into
No,
your head.
I still don't know who Ava is. Ruby and Grace.
We'll show you Ava eventually, Scott. Okay, we'll show you.
Fair
Ava.
enough.
We've been going
Fine.
on
No,
for a while.
Ruby.
I mean,
yeah, they're
three.
both good. That guy's
Ava.
daughter's good.
No, but who's
what we're
better,
calling-
who's better, Ruby or Grace? Say it. You can't. Yeah, one has to be a little bit better. Say it.
No, they both are awesome in their own
Oh
ways.
my God, Scotty.
That's how life is. Ruby is awesome. She's hot, and Grace is hot, and they're both hot in their own ways, man. I mean, why would you rank anybody? I mean, what's the point of that?
What do you mean? What's the point?
I
It's like
thought it was
anything-
great content, guys. We have to run. Any last words, Scott? I'll give. Let me give. Well, either of you go first. It's okay. Go ahead.
I don't want to say something last. Let me say something, and then Scotty can say the last thing. Thanks for letting me on, D-Dog. Scotty, when you took the fireballs, that was awesome. Hopefully we can do that again one time. But
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I loved it when you took that straight hit of the whole bottle right in one instance. That was.
Yeah, and there's
Was
still
on there-
another day. There's still another day. Like, dude, I'm still like thinking, like, I've been drinking like the seltzers. I was just thinking, like, do I want to drink a little more? Because either way, I'm Thursday is the day I get up early and do my boxing training, and it's gonna be tough, man. Because it is like like boxing conditioning. Anybody, maybe people out there, they know it's tough, man. You're hitting a heavy bag. You're doing like cardio, 10 minutes, and then you hit the heavy bag, and then you do cardio in between.
Yeah,
What is this?
the Thorpes are live. I'm just showing. I mean, this is where I'm gonna go. Or whoops.
No, yeah, no, and thank you,
Oh, yeah,
Dee. Thank you, Dee. And what I'll do is I will start. Is it okay if I start mine and then like post that in there, like Lasagna Killer, free to join? I could start a stream like an after show, maybe. Dee. We could say that is what it is. But yeah, I could make my own stream after show, I guess.
If you want to, Scotty, I have to kind of redirect people here, but any last words? I mean, I appreciate you being on here for so long with me.
No, thanks. I would just I appreciate it, man. The only thing was I was hoping it would have been cool to talk with Ruby, and again I'll put the new live stream, and again you're welcome to join it. I'll put like mine in the comments.
Sure.
So like your viewers, but yeah, you can go to sleep, you can do whatever, my friend.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll see you
awesome
again.
chatting with you too.
Well, I'll see you again. I saw you the day before. I saw you today. I'll see you again. I'm sure we'll cross paths again tomorrow or the next day, or I'm sure at some point. So
yeah, absolutely, and yeah, again, and I in the comments I will post the new live stream, and yeah, if you want to join it or not, hey, you need to get some sleep though, my friend. You've been up for 12 hours doing this, so
yeah, it's been going for a while. Thank you. 07's for Scotty. 07's for Scott. Is Scott okay to call you?
Sure. No, Scotty. Scotty's my handle, I guess. But yeah, Scott, whatever, man.
Scott, okay. Yeah, I prefer Scott to like libertarian, whatever. Well, I forget what it's libertarian.
That's the channel. That's just the channel I came up with. Look, one last question. Like, I have like my StreamYard open. Like, where do I get the link for this? I'm like confused.
You just copy what's in the. It should be in the search bar if you're actually in the studio.
Yeah, no, it's not. Don't refresh. No, I can't refresh that. Nope.
Okay.
It
Libertarian
says,
opinion.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah. It came back. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No. Thank you very much, man. And it was awesome chatting, and I do appreciate you having me in there. And again, anybody after show, I guess. Here we go. So lasagna. Anybody wants to come join that? Let's do it, I guess.
Thank you, Scotty. Scott. I gotta call him Scott. I hate Scotty. Scott. Okay, I kicked him. Sorry, Scott. Gotta run. Thank you. We went over. We had a good outro there. You're past 12 hours. Shout out Gia in chat. Gia, you are a legend, Gia. You are legend. We're redirecting everybody over either to Scott's show or the Thorpe Kick or YouTube channel. I prefer you go to Thorpe channel. Personally, I have to plug the Thorpe channel up because in a sense, you guys know why. If I don't, that's the only way the Thorpes will pay any attention to me is if I got to plug their show. The Thorpes are live right now. Ben is eating something out of a can, as you notice. Look at him with that can. Oh, he's drinking out of the can now. Oh, he's loving that. That's his super juice in that can. Guys, which Thorpe channel? The Kick. Again, the Thorpe Tube on Kick. Thorpe TV on YouTube. You just search it in the bar, Thorpe TV, if you're on YouTube, and then / Thorpe Tube on Kick. Get some sleep. Your Grace is gobbly. What are you talking about? Which Thorpe channel? And then Scott might post his link in a second if you can figure it out. Okay, they're not live on YouTube. They're only live on Kick then. Thorpe TV isn't live, but it says they are live. Oh, they're just okay. Then they're only live on Kick then. They must only be live on Kick. Here, let me because that's where we're covering them, right? Right here, guys. Thorpe Tube on Kick. Go check it out, guys. I appreciate everybody here. D-Dog, overall, very good stream. Dude, Gia and Gobbled are my... Gobbled and Gia are my two favorite chatters, man. Dude, I can't believe I said that to Ruby at the end. I'm literally, like... I normally sleep like 7 hours ago. I would be asleep. It's only 3 bagels, by the way. 3 bagels. Stupid fuck. You need to get educated, brother. Get your education up, chat. Get your education up, everybody. BB's also a legend here for sure. For sure. Thank you, sir. NDR is a legend too. Absolute legends. Greatest people we have in this community. Dancing on the Sun is another one. We don't bring him up that much, but maybe we should. Bye to the people I care about. It says Surfing Summer Doge. Go, you too, Surfing. You too. Goodbye to everybody. What happened to him? Look at Ben, guys. Why is this? Yeah, what did happen to him? Is that like a light on his cheek, I guess? What do you mean, what happened to him? Why is he in such a good mood? Oh, you're talking about me, huh? I'm always like this, Gia. I'm in a good mood because I'm finally able to fucking end the show. Covering this is retarded? Well, they'll find something better to do then. Anyways, yep. Goodbye, everybody. It's not a fun stream. Redirect. Kick.com/ThorpeTube. Everybody go over there. I expect them to go up 35 viewers the second I end this. Another epic stream. See you over on Kick. Yep. See you, everybody. 07s.